go back 125 years and even further, back to Scotland, to a people and a culture most of us here are descendants of. A culture that was special, that was unique, that bred many hardy men and women. A culture made of people who gathered in clans, who had a great love of music and dance. In 1870, 2 dreams were remembered, 2 visions were seen. One was for the building of this church. There was also the other vision for the Highland Games, where the people of the community could gather and participate in the games and sports of Scotland, where they could remember who they were.
Well, it's the 125th anniversary, and we've been granted the New Zealand Solo Piping Championships, New Zealand Under-18 Dancing Championships, and we're also hosting the World Highland Heavyweight Championships, which is a first for New Zealand. I believe we run the best games in New Zealand, and the strength of that is probably because we do it traditionally. We haven't got away into things like touch rugby and those types of things. They're as good as any traditional games I've seen in Scotland.
5 times world champion. As an amateur, represented America all over the world, Jim McGoldrick of San Jose in California.
Jim McGoldrick, what are you doing? It's the lowest height we've ever seen him fail.
Ranking top in America this year with some of the highest throws, Ryan Yerra, also of California. Twice world caber tossing champion, Francis Brebner of Peterhead in Scotland.
I learned from my dad. He was a Dominion champion. He's dead now. Donald Bowman. And I was Donna Bowman. And I did my competing down in the South Island. Came up here once and played round the summer circuit, but mostly down there until I got married. I only had a very short career, and then 6 children and lots of work and no piping for 35 years. So it's a case of picking it up, shaking out the rust and trying to get going again. I was born to it. It was in my ears every day, every night, except during the war years when Dad was in the Air Force. It's just in me. Ancestors from Scotland, but it's just Dad who was a champion, so Greg Wilson at least has got his pipes.
The Scottish is probably the strength of Waipua now that the people come to the games, get involved, and if there is an interest, they can just walk across the road here to this museum and have a look at their ancestral names and the history of their families.
Annabella Sutherland, their family, their eldest son.
Son got involved in piping. Our daughter became a very good Highland dancer. We attended a lot of Highland games around New Zealand, met some very nice people, made some wonderful friendships.
I started in Christchurch, and then my teacher fell sick, and then I came up to Tauranga and found a dancing teacher, and away I went.
My dad was a piper, and there used to be a little circuit in South Canterbury starting on Boxing Day, 4 meetings, and I remember from a very early age going to those, and I guess Geraldine was taken to those when we went home to join our family at Christmas time. I think you're indoctrinated from an early age, pleasantly. I think Mum and Dad probably had a big influence on me. There was always tartan things. I know Geraldine seems to have inherited that love of tartan. Anything tartan is, what's the word? Not trendy, but it's
really spunky, and I like it. It's
like the
got,
tartan.
yeah, it's just got